Hello. In this video, I'm going to go over commonly asked questions about a cybersecurity career. As someone who's actually worked in the field, I'm going to go over if cybersecurity is boring. I'm going to go over if cybersecurity is a stressful job. Do you need to be smart to work in cybersecurity? Is 40 too old to work in cybersecurity? At the end of the video, I'll go over if cybersecurity is even still worth it to work in 2027 and beyond with the creation of AI. Also, if you're interested, I do have a step-by-step plan right below that will walk you through exactly what you need to know to launch your career in governance, risk, and compliance in the cybersecurity space, even if you have no prior IT experience. The first question that I get a lot is security boring? And the answer is yes. A lot of the early entry-level jobs within cybersecurity are incredibly boring and tedious, and all you really have to do is follow a process and then never really deviate from this process. Some of the daily activities that you'll be doing in these incredibly boring cybersecurity jobs, which is great or bad depending on who you are, is you'll be doing checklists. You'll be checking logs like security incident logs, checking boards for alerts, creating tickets from a central security email mailbox. And these boring jobs in cybersecurity actually do pay a lot of money, but they also have an incredibly high turnover rate because they are so boring. Because there are so many different opportunities within the cybersecurity space, the entry-level early career jobs actually have a kind of a high turnover rate. Sometimes these really boring tasks are really painful, and so like a checklist can take 3, 4, 5 hours to do, or an audit can take 4 or 5 hours to do. And you might be doing this incredibly boring task like every single morning. And then on top of that, you might get added like more boring tasks on top of the boring tasks. So like your whole day is like repetitive and monotonous. Another thing about cybersecurity roles is that sometimes they're just incredibly boring. Oftentimes also you won't really have any social contacts. So this makes it even worse. So not only are you doing really repetitive, monotonous job duties like checking audits or going through checklists, but also, you're not going to have anyone to talk to, so it makes it horribly boring. Maybe you might like that, and this sounds like your dream job, but oftentimes you're going to get really bored, and then you're going to move on to something more interesting. There are certain domains within cybersecurity that are incredibly boring. So I would say the biggest domains that are really boring within cybersecurity are governance, risk, and compliance. That is probably maybe the most boring and probably the least stressful type of role within the cybersecurity space. And you probably will never work more than 40 hours a week. You probably will get paid a lot and you'll have job security because it is in such high demand and it's so needed. You can often command really high levels of salary, but you never really have to work more than 40 hours, and you probably will have a lot of downtime at work, and a lot of times these GRC cybersecurity jobs are remote. So if you're interested, I do have a step-by-step guide. We'll walk you through step-by-step on how to launch your career within cybersecurity, GRC. So the next question that I often get on the flip side is cybersecurity a stressful job? And the answer is yes. Some domains within cybersecurity are incredibly stressful. I would say if you work in security operation centers and you work in incident management or you deal with digital forensics or anything to do with the police on a day-to-day basis, this is incredibly stressful, especially when an incident happens because you're under time pressure. So it might be boring other times. So there won't always be incidences, but you always have to be on high alert for these incidences. And when they do happen, you're going to be working like nines to fix this incident. And then you're going to have many meetings after this incident talking about how this incident happened and how we can not let it happen again. For instance, if you had a breach with a database, you're going to be asked tons of questions about that database, such as when was this breach discovered? Was there a misconfiguration? Who did the misconfiguration? What information was on the database? Who accessed this information and when did they access it? Did they have the proper permissions when they accessed it? What is the impact of that And how can the misconfiguration be fixed? So on top of really stressful events that happen within security operations centers and incident management response, also a lot of times in these jobs, you're going to have to work nights. I would not ever work nights because it leads to death, I think. It reduces your lifespan. So I would never work nights, and it's really stressful, and it doesn't pay as much as other less stressful roles where you don't have to deal with any of that, such as GRC, link below in the description. So do you have to be smart to work within cybersecurity? And the answer is, for most roles, you really only need to know the foundational security, like the foundational concepts, and then apply it to other types of roles. But a lot of these roles are technician level roles, so you're only going to be working with one piece of an application. Like maybe when you go into like higher level roles, like a manager, security manager, or security architect, or that, then they start to get a little bit more difficult. But even at the engineer level, usually you're only going to be working with a small piece of a technology. For instance, I worked with web application firewalls for 2 years, and that's all I worked with. I wasn't working with the entire data center. So you don't really have to be that smart to work in cybersecurity. My life goal is, my dream is to go to clown school in France. So someone who wants to be a clown can succeed in cybersecurity and governance, risk, and compliance and make a really high income. So can you. You don't need to have a degree to work in cybersecurity. You don't even need cybersecurity certifications to work in cybersecurity. You just need a really good foundation of the basics. And those are like authentication, authorization, governance, risk, and compliance, confidentiality, integrity, availability, principle of least privilege, and separation of duties. So these are the primary concepts that apply to essentially every role. And then when you're on the role, you're probably going to be trained on that tool. And it's probably going to be really repetitive and monotonous, as I mentioned in our cybersecurity jobs, boring. So what about ageism? So I get a lot of questions. If I'm over 30, can I still work within cybersecurity? Is it still worth it? Is there ageism? I would say within cybersecurity, there's a lot less ageism than in other fields. I know within governance, risk, and compliance, it's actually the opposite. If it's like the older you are, the more likely you are going to go into governance, risk, and compliance because it is just less stressful and slower moving than the technical side. And then another really common question is, does cybersecurity require coding? And the answer is 95% of the jobs aren't going to require any coding whatsoever. So you don't need to know coding at all. Unicorns that know no coding, but honestly, you could probably just go into a different domain that paid more if you know coding at a really high level. So you don't need to know coding at all. And none of the jobs that I have ever done have required coding. Learning basic Python might be useful, but other than that, not really. So after all of this, you might be wondering, is cybersecurity still worth it in 2026? And how is AI going to affect it? So AI is going to change the jobs. It's not going to get rid of all of the jobs at all. It's just going to get rid of some of the monotonous and repetitive tasks at that lower level. So entry-level jobs will just be at a higher level. The reason why I prefer cybersecurity over, say, information technology is the rewards are a lot higher within cybersecurity than they are in information technology. The financial rewards are higher, but also there's a lot more opportunities within the cybersecurity space, I would say. And also, you don't pigeon your studies as you would, say, like system administration. The financial rewards can be probably like 50% more. And it's also not as much of a cognitive load in my experience as, say, information technology. The reason why it's higher, maybe there's also a lot of really interesting roles within cybersecurity than there are in the information technology space. So that's probably the main reason. Also within cybersecurity, you have a level of authority that you don't really have in information technology. A lot of organizations, you're treated as a first-class citizen and not a second-class citizen. And this is because if you mess up, they could be fined millions and millions of dollars and be shut down. So cybersecurity is really important to an organization. to keep operating. So that is a really nice aspect to working in cybersecurity. I remember when I was working in the IT field, you're definitely treated kind of like a workhorse. Where in cybersecurity, you're like above the workhorse level. So it's more like it's less about production and more about, I would say, thinking and strategy to make sure that things are secure and happening at the higher level. The lower level, maybe not so much. So those are my thoughts. Now, if you're looking for an incredibly high-paying role within cybersecurity, I do have a step-by-step guide that walks you through on how you can launch your governance, risk, and compliance career within cybersecurity with no previous technical experience. So you can check that out below, and I will get to you in the next video. Bye.